Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Market Misfits. So today we're going to be taking a look at this article about this IPO, the biggest IPO ever, considering it's 45 billion XRP. We're going to go over what Wall Street has to say about the valuation of XRP. Also, we're going to be taking a look at the XRP versus Bitcoin chart as we've seen a breakout of accumulation phase near the center of this channel, just under the center of this channel here. And then also we're going to be taking a look at XRP because our inverse head and shoulders has retested and is continued. We're going to be getting further into the charts. First, we want to cover what is an IPO just before we get into this article. So this was posted in our group Market Misfits. Come on over to Facebook and find us on Facebook. And so this is a totally free group. There's no strings attached. We're giving trade ideas, longer term trade ideas. And then also we're giving out news. We have a training course and we have signals coming all from this group. So when you get here, be sure to come over and check out the guide section for training and to check the files section for more analysis. We have PDF files, books from Mark Douglas, you name it in here. So, and this is all for free. But without further ado, let's see what an IPO is before we get into this article. And an initial public offering, that's what this is. IPO is a pivotal event where a private company transforms into a publicly traded entity, making its shares available to the general public. This strategic move is often driven by the need for additional capital to support growth, retire debt, or facilitate acquisitions. The IPO process typically begins with the selection of investment banks to act as underwriters. These underwriters assist in the valuing of the company, determining the offering price, and managing the sale of shares to institutional and retail investors. The company then files a detailed registration statement with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, providing comprehensive information about its financials, operations, risks, and future plans. Considering a roadshow is conducted by the underwriters, showcasing the investment opportunity to potential institutional investors. So, institutional investors. Once the SEC approves the registration statement, an IPO date is set, and the company's shares are offered to the public for the first time on the stock exchange. The success of an IPO hinges on factors like the offering price and the market reception. Post IPO, the company's shares are publicly traded and their performance is closely monitored. A positive market response signifies investor confidence and optimism about the company's prospects, while also providing the company with the capital needed for expansion. In essence, an IPO is a critical financial move that allows companies to access public markets and fuel their growth. Okay, so wanted to go over that real quick. So basically what they're saying is an IPO is, okay, their valuation before this hits the market for Ripple shares, so we're getting some really big numbers here. So how does that affect XRP? They claim that there's no tie between Ripple and XRP, you guys, but let's face it, there is a close, very close connection. That's why this article is really important. So be sure and stay around to the end. You're not going to want to miss this. This is big information. Prominent XRP community figures like Zach Rector have explored the speculative scenario of Ripple undertaking the largest initial public offering IPO in history, given the company's significant amount of XRP. In a recent video, Zach Rector highlighted the potential for Ripple to become one of the largest IPOs in history. The major backing for his speculation was the substantial value of XRP the company holds. So we all know that Ripple is holding a large amount of XRP in escrow. According to the most recent update, accessible via Ripple API data, the company currently possesses more than 45 billion units of XRP. This encompasses both holdings in escrow and spendable balance. So this is all important when we're talking about valuating a company before it's publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. This is why this is so big, or has the potential to be really big. With XRP's market value surpassing 50 cents, this substantial XRP quantity equates to a monetary worth exceeding $23 billion. Ripple setting new IPO records. On this premises, Zach Rector referenced the IPO values of the leading contenders. He highlighted Saudi Aramco as the largest IPO to date at 25.6 billion, followed by Alibaba's 21.7 billion raise. Moreover, he cited examples for like SoftBank Corp at 21.3 billion, Visa's 17.86 billion, and Facebook's 16.45 billion IPOs. Reflecting on these substantial IPO values, Rector pondered Ripple's potential. Specifically, he considered its significant XRP holdings, assuming the escrowed XRP had not been extensively pre-allocated, so they're not accounting for that. So let's just take a quick look at this video.
I wanted to start off this update by asking you guys the question, do you think that Ripple has a chance of having the biggest IPO in history? Now, I wanted to start and preface this Ripple IPO update by asking that question, comparing some of these other companies, and taking a look at Ripple, the position that they're in. They just conducted a huge tender offer buyback of their own shares. And we're going to break this down, and I wanted to let everyone know that Ripple shares are available once again at link 2.
Besides, he argued that XRP held in escrow should be considered in the Ripple's valuation, as it is not currently reflected on the company's balance sheet due to its locked status. So it's locked in cold storage, so they're not counting it as it in its IPO, which he's stating that it should be. Furthermore, Rector noted the intrigued aspect of the company Ripple to other companies, highlighting its use of digital assets. Unlike other companies, Ripple's situation is unique due to substantial XRP holdings. I'd have to agree on that. Rector emphasized that Ripple's business model sets it apart from conventional companies, making it an extraordinary entity in the market. Wall Street expert sees Ripple IPO valuation at $500 billion. Notably, Zach Rector is not the only notable XRP community figure projecting that Ripple could achieve a groundbreaking IPO valuation. Wall Street analyst Linda Jones has previously argued that in a scenario where XRP reclaims its all-time high of $3.84, Ripple's XRP portfolio would amount to over $150 billion. This project sets the foundation for a potential record-setting IPO valuation for Ripple. In her words, if Ripple had 150 billion worth of XRP, what would the stock have to be worth? What if the stock was worth around 350 billion or 3 times that escrow? That would put it at $500 billion valuation, which doesn't seem that far-fetched for where it could be. However, the Wall Street analyst emphasized that her analysis was largely speculative. So, largely speculative, but numbers don't lie at the same time of the potential here. Nevertheless, Jones remains optimistic regarding Ripple's trajectory. Also, it is worth noting that Ripple has set aside its IPO plans due to the current regulatory hurdles. Okay, so let's take a look at the XRP versus Bitcoin chart. So we've been keeping a pretty close eye on this. We previously had this in a consolidation, and we had a bullish breakout here. According to the Wyckoff method that we follow, this would now be considered an accumulation phase. So we got our sign of strength. So we want to see momentum coming up out of these accumulation phases. And then, so this will be our markup, the start to our markup phase. Are we going to come back down and fill this gap in right here is what I'm kind of wondering. So if we come down, then be looking for some kind of reversal sign here to take us higher. For those of you that are new, this chart, XRP versus Bitcoin, this is showing XRP's performance against Bitcoin. So when this chart's going up, that means that XRP is moving up over Bitcoin in the opposite direction. So if it's going down, then Bitcoin is, and we've been in a downtrend. So what the majority of XRP holders are really looking for is a change in this chart right here, because we want to see XRP break away from Bitcoin. You know, most of the market follows Bitcoin. We want to see what XRP is all about, if it's truly going to be by itself or at the center. So we have taken off here on the 1 hour chart. Previously, we went over this on several other, on our past few reviews that we've done. We are still on top of this supporting trend right here. So we were in this descending channel. This is our setup that we have been trading, day trading on the 3-minute. So, and we would trade it on the hour, we've traded on the daily, and it's very, I don't want to over exaggerate here, but there's about a 75% chance that 75% chance that this right here could turn into something bigger, maybe a larger inverse head and shoulders. So this is kind of what we're looking at here. Right here, shoulder, head, and we'll be looking at maybe another shoulder coming down here. So maybe it's not completely up, just straight up from here, but it's looking like the bottom might be in for XRP. So where we'll be expecting a pullback when we get up here near 54 cents for XRP. This white line right here, this is the weekly resistance. This is the weekly resistance trend, and look at how well this scenario would line up with this if this plays out like that. So we broke out of the descending channel into our 50-cent support. Here's our liquidation spring, and you know, we are up on the hour. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame and see how this lines up. So this is kind of what we're looking for, a reversal sign on the other side of the resistance trend, previously supporting trend, that is on the weekly time frame. Let's take a zoom out real quick, just so if this is your first time, you can see where we are. So this is the supporting trend. We went right on the other side of it right here, and this is looking pretty juicy. So we have a descending channel here on the weekly. We have a spring right here to wipe out these lows for liquidity, and we're just going to see how this week ends. We have 1 day and 11 hours left. So if we break out bullish and end the week over 54 cents, this would be extremely bullish for us, considering what's going on with XRP at the moment. So anyways, you guys, that's going to do it for this one. If y'all have any questions or anything, just reach out and holler, and we will holler at y'all later. We'll be keeping everybody posted in more detail inside of the group. So don't forget to come over to Market Misfits. We like to do videos, but we can't do videos on everything. We have to have time to trade and everything else as well. So we're keeping everybody up to date as far as what's happening here with just regular posts. You know, wish we could do videos on everything, but logically it just takes a lot of time to make a video, so we have to keep them down to a video a day. But there's much more going on than what's in the videos and details as far as what's advancing and what's happening in between. But anyways, you guys, that's going to do it for now. We will see y'all on the next one. I hope that y'all have a great weekend, and we will see y'all later. See ya.